What is up, everyone? Wanderlusting lawyer Kate here. I'm coming to you from Miño. I didn't know if I was gonna get this video done today. It has been a day, one of those days where one thing goes wrong and then everything kind of just falls wrong like dominoes, one after another. The start of the walk out of Neda, you turn left heading out of the albergue. It actually was really nice. It was cool. It was sunny. I was out of the albergue earlier than I had even expected. I slept okay, but not great. I'll be doing a full review of the places I stayed to in separate videos once I'm back stateside. These are just quick recaps of my day as well. Things are fresh in my mind. You can hear the highway behind us. It was pretty. It was a really nice morning. I picked up a Napolitana. It wasn't the best I ever had, but it's the first I've had since I've been here, so that was good. Continued and was almost to fine when I felt this, like a knife had just cut into my ankle. I immediately dropped my poles out of shock and surprise and pain and yelled like, ah! Probably louder than that, and looked down, and there was, I barely had enough time to look, but I'm pretty sure it was a big bee nestled in between my two sock layers. How he got in there, I have no idea. Got him out and saw this big kind of bleeding dot, and then everything started to get red, and it really, really hurt. Like, I haven't been stung by a bee since I was 8 years old. This is a million times worse. These Spanish guys were actually coming up behind me, and they asked what had happened, and when I said I was stung, they said, oh yeah, we just saw like a nest in the side of the garbage container, and we think those are the Asian hornets that Galicia has had a big problem with in recent years. I googled it. Apparently hornet stings are the worst than even wasps. So it makes sense, but it was like, I was limping. It was terrible. It was burning. It was, I maybe sound like I'm exaggerating, but it was just, it was so bad. So luckily though, the guys were super nice. They were helping me try to find a solution, took me to the police station. They didn't have anything. I don't know why that's where we went. Maybe they thought they'd have like first aid stuff. They didn't have anything, but then we stopped in a bar, and I was able to get an ice cube and wrap that in a napkin and put that inside my sock. My sock actually held it, and that was magic, like total magic. I didn't feel the burning and stinging that was causing me to limp before. That went away immediately. Of course, every time an ice cube would melt, I would need to stop somewhere and ask for a new one. And people were so nice. And also one guy like rubbed my wound with vinegar, said, no, everyone knows in Spain, vinegar is what works for this. So people were just really nice. But in the hustle and bustle and wake of all that, I left my poles outside the police station in Fene. So I had to turn around. Luckily, I remembered quickly, but it just shows the state of mind I was in, because in any other moment would have realized immediately I wasn't walking with poles, but I had just sat down for like a quick cry. You know, sometimes when you just feel like overwhelmed with emotion, and then I got up and started walking. So luckily they were still there. It wasn't too long of a walk back. So then everything was okay, and then I reached a place where I guess there were two alternative caminos. I don't have the names in front of me because I'm using my phone, so I'm gonna have to figure it out for my more in-depth videos. But there are like two caminos that kind of both turn left, but then one turns right and one turns left again. I took the one through the forest. The thing about it though is that it's marked as a Camino route. There are yellow arrows everywhere. There are Buen Camino sign. That's the Gallego word, is Camino is what I see. That's marked, and so I just had no idea I was maybe not on the official route, which is not actually a big deal. This was, I think, prettier than the official route, but I believe it's a lot longer because today was only supposed to be maybe 25 or 26 kilometers from Neda to where am I? Miño. But according to my watch, I walked like 32 kilometers. So I really don't know what happened. I'm going to try to figure out how on earth I walked so many kilometers. I do recommend doing the day this way instead of starting a day out of Ponte de Ume. Ponte de Ome is kind of the halfway point, and it's starting to rain, so I have to wrap this up. But it's a really tough climb after that. I'm gonna start walking, and I'd much rather finish a day with a tough climb and then be able to relax than start a day with a tough climb. So that's just my recommendation. And also, in whatever was happening as I was trying to get my ankle taken care of, I lost an AirPod, one of my new earbuds for my AirPod Pro 2s. Tried to go back and find it, called the pharmacy, like called the restaurant where I had sat down and thought it might have fallen out of my pocket. But, you know, just one of those days. But good and bad things come in threes, so I think tomorrow is going to be an amazing day. I'm headed to the Rectoral de Cines, which is like a casa rural near Precedo that I've heard amazing things about. So I'll get a good night's sleep, a good meal, and who knows, maybe someone's going to find my AirPod bud. And if not, well, that's one of the lessons of the Camino that I'll need to figure out along with this freaking hornet sting. But anyway, thanks guys for watching, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Buen Camino.